Bonsoir tout le monde. Welcome back to Tom Plays EU4 for absolute beginners. We're back with France and we have Heretics running riot in our country, which is just what you want. So I'm actually going to start transporting them across one at a time, because basically I only have 1,000 transport ships. So yeah, had a pretty successful Britannian government last time. So we have a lot of provinces to core, our admin power's quite low. The institution of colonialism has just launched, which just goes to show how behind we are. So yeah, ironically, in order to start on that, we need to build up our admin tech, which also needs admin power. Okay, lost a siege. That's unfortunate. Basically, our army over there just isn't big enough to deal with these heretics. So we are building more transport ships. I don't know how soon they will be ready. In the meantime, just ferrying them across one at a time. I suppose I could just combine the armies as well. So one of the advantages of the DLCs is that you can actually do this automatically without having to do it one by one yourself. You can just say, oh, ferry the army across. Okay, interesting. I think that was the Burgundian succession. And it looks like everything just split into separate countries. Which is interesting. Oh, I see, right. They've all become part of the Empire though, have they? They have. So they're still going to be tricky to take, even though there aren't very many of them. So we just pull up the Imperial map again. Yes. Okay, so all these places we have claims on are actually part of the Empire now. That's very annoying. Okay, well, that's one of the things we were hoping to avoid, but never mind. Why do we have a costly trade? Oh, I see. Right, so Burgundy is no longer able to be our rival because they're really tiny now. And they're also part of the Empire now? They are. Okay. Happy days for the Emperor then, I suppose. Not quite so happy for us. Especially because we've committed to taking this land. It's debatable just how scary the Emperor and his allies will actually be. But they're definitely not something to take lightly. So we definitely want all our troops over here. We also need a new rival. Okay, well, there's the obvious ones are Denmark and the Mamluks. I might go for Denmark because at least they're closer. Really could do with some more allies as well. Could definitely do with vassalising these people. It seems to get worse every time I look at it. Okay, lost another siege. Maybe we should just adopt whatever their religion is. It'll be easier. Oh, I need to keep an eye on this as well. Looks like these are all really high value provinces. Especially considering we've already got the, was it 25% reduction in the cost. So Yeah, that's impressive. Hopefully that means they'll be equally valuable once we do call them and own them though. We have. Right, cool. You're attacking Switzerland. Okay, we should do a trade embargo on Denmark, seeing as they're now our rival. So we've got Denmark, England and Austria. Fine. Need to remember we could also attack Provence in theory. We would end up fighting Castile though. Are we actually ready to fight Castile just yet? Inclined to think maybe not. Brandenburg's a little more scary. Maybe we should ally ourselves with Bohemia. They're often a good bet, and they don't tend to like Austria very much. Might go for that actually. Can often be a pretty good ally. Okay, brilliant. Improve relations with the Pope. I do wonder if we should ally ourselves with the Pope. Possibly. There's Naples. Corsica are a separate nation now. Oh, they're a member of the Empire though. The Emperor's done very well this time. Grief. Right. I was wondering whether I could vassalize them, basically. But it would seem not. Right, so I'm going to combine these armies. I really wish I'd hurry up building those ships. Right, we've lost some navy tradition. I'm not surprised. We've been neglecting our navy scandalously. I'm only hoping we can raise a few tech levels so when we start rebuilding it we will get better ships. So that is one of the things about the navy. Unlike the army, the technology increases don't actually happen automatically. You have to get rid of the old ships and build new ones. I'm getting a ship immediately. We are getting more colonial range though, so that's good. Did I miss? Grief, at this rate, I'm just going to be sitting in Paris and waiting for them. Speed up, it doesn't actually take very long. So in a lot of ways there isn't much need. Mostly a question of am I getting distracted. Let's slow things down. Decide at what point we're actually big enough to risk battling them. It's a fault in our favour. Can't really afford to lose, but then they are making rather a mess of the country. Is that Provence? Are they trying to help us? It's nice of them if they are. Right, I don't think this vassalisation's happening anytime soon, so I'm wondering whether we should ally Provence again. Because we really need to try to take Picardy as soon as we can. Oh, they're on the move again. Alright, let's try and head them off. Oh, we can't head them off. Where are they going? Anjou? Strange choice of place to go. So we probably have enough people now. Nantes, okay. So I see. Well, if we're crossing a river. Something I haven't actually mentioned is you need to be quite careful around rivers when attacking someone. Like, I'd be quite worried about going from to attack them if we can get these alerts out of the way, because there's this big river across the two provinces. They're a little ensconced, but let's risk it. Can't have them trampling all over the country. That in mind, I could probably turn the speed up a bit as well. That's a numerical advantage. Looks good at least. So we'll probably depend on these die rolls as well, which aren't looking great. Oh no, they're okay. Yep, I think we're done. Okay, so that's something. Can we take down the other one? We probably can. Especially by the time we get there. Okay, with that in mind then I'm going to stop bringing people across and just wait for the other ships to be built, because it is just getting a bit ridiculous. Okay, there's only one +1 advisor, and I still think we can only afford +1. In fact, we can't really even afford that. We've got a lot of loans. We've got far too many loans. That war really did destroy us economically. So I want to combine these as soon as it'll let me. Right. So hopefully this will actually work, and then we'll take the castles back, and that should be enough. Castles should automatically take back any lands next door to them. You can see that one already. It's not fully... Yeah, it does look like Provence is trying to take this castle back for us. It's very good of them. Could have done an alliance immediately. Never mind. We'll keep going for now. It looks like we've got a lot of recovery to do anyway. Ah, brilliant. Morale of armies. That'll be handy. Florentine school. We should do that, even though we really can't afford it. Going to need it. They're willing to ally us a second ago. Okay, naval ambitions. That's good. So quite ahead, I think, on military and administrative. Reich Regiment. Okay, regiment? Yeah. That is the most I've ever seen the computer manage, although they have been quite lucky this time. Okay. Well, not going to worry about it. It's obviously not good news for us if the Empire is doing well. But come to think of it, we will partly be losing money because we're still coring provinces, so shouldn't panic just yet. However, with so many loans, we should probably go for forgive usury. That should help us a fair bit in monetary terms. Yeah, that went down quite a way. It also looks like our inflation's going down, which is good. Yeah, usury forgiven. Cool. Let's try and improve their situation, even though we really can't afford it right now. Also can't really afford the stability hit. Okay, won a siege. Portugal has announced us as a rival. I suppose that's up to them. I need another general. I'm really hoping they'll start getting better soon. That is the point of taking defensive ideas. Should at least be gaining more tradition. Haven't got very high prestige, so I think again we're just going to go use a relative after all. Can't afford the prestige hit, really. Something. Into a single fleet. Don't forget the rest of our armies over here. They'll probably be an uprising in Kent the second they leave. But can't be helped. Ideally we ought to be attacking Burgundy. Exile from England. I would be happy to have an exile from England. It's worth it for the prestige if nothing else. Alright, let's bring all these armies together in Picardy and combine them and then split them in half. Right, what do we actually have to do to fulfill the agenda? We have to actually succeed. 1505. It might be possible to do it. We're going to have to launch in straight away though, and it's pretty dangerous. What actually happens to us if we fail? Once again, feel like we have to spend money even though we can't afford to. If we fail, they'll lose some loyalty and we'll lose our claim. I think we have a permanent claim, so we shouldn't lose it. So, bad though it is, I think we might be better off just forget. Okay, so let's combine you. And let's split you up. Let's send one of you, we'll give you the other general. Send you down back to Bordeaux, I guess. Now make states. You can actually make more states for higher your admin tech. Conquer new states, that's good. State maintenance, harsh treatment, because state maintenance would be good. Because we are low on money. So, happy about that? Okay, so I think I'm leaning towards not actually attacking anybody. Which is boring, but question whether we can honestly afford to. Well, we can't afford to fight Castile right now. Castile will join in if we invade Picardy though. Maybe I should reconsider that one. I mean, with Castile on board we can probably fight against Austria quite effectively. We might be able to manage it in time. Now ally Provence again. Maybe they'll join in. Right, let's see if we can take this small two-province nation. I'm hoping it'll be enough. And we'll just ask everyone who is willing to join with us. And we're going for Picardy particularly. Both. Okay, so who are we up against? Austria, of course, quite a lot of people. Most of them are quite small though, so let's not panic. Hungary isn't small, but there's every chance that Austria kind of rules them anyway, so it's not really a surprise. And we do have Castile and Aragon. Keep forgetting they now have Aragon. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, we can call Bohemia. They've decided to join late, but I will happily call them in. Absolutely no problem there at all. Okay. Can we try to take Calais? Not too sure who else we're fighting at this stage. Is Flanders the enemy? Flanders is not the enemy. Okay, Brandenburg is usually a decent size as well. So we're sieging Picardy and we'll have to siege Calais, so might as well go for them both. We'll have claims on Calais as well, I'd imagine. Government reform, brilliant. Okay, I would normally go meritocratic just because it makes the most sense from a role-playing perspective. Plus it gives the bourgeoisie more influence, which they tend to lack. Definitely don't want the nobles to have that because they're too powerful already. Yeah, I'm going to go with meritocratic. How we're doing? Call Kent. Brilliant. Actually, I think that was just the state type call. But nonetheless. Got a bunch of free diplomats again. Marriage of Provence. Okay, so who's this? Munich and Brandenburg. Still, I wouldn't mind getting these castles first, and then we can try and head down and start helping our allies. Oh, did Burgundy not join in? Burgundy did not join in. Okay, well that's embarrassing. So, should I try and get Picardy anyway? I mean, it does mean I've got a combined army that's got way too many horses. But looking at the size of their armies, I might be better off with them combined. So yeah, let's go with that. Happy that they're further ahead than we are. Okay, I'm going to go down and try and break that siege. Hopefully do some damage to the enemy armies. Hopefully not lose. Pay for and distribute what Brenda does. Could have done without it, but... Okay. That actually went better than I was honestly expecting. So we've relieved that siege, we've defeated the enemy's army, split these troops in two. So we can take Artois again. If it'll just let me select my army, I'm going to recombine them. Start up this siege again. Yeah, I think that was worth doing. It's held us up over here a bit, but it's put our allies in a stronger position. Unfortunately, Bohemia is in the most vulnerable spots between Brandenburg and Austria and Hungary. Probably going to get stumped and be forced to make peace. On the plus side, when they do make peace, hopefully our war score will jump and maybe we can persuade them to make peace. We'll see. I'm not sure how easily we can help Bohemia at this point. So I think what Austria's doing there is they're trying to force Bohemia to make peace to take them out of the war, which is why everyone's swamping Bohemia. It's a good tactic, always worth doing. I suppose it's just whether our allies' armies get there in time, because they are sort of heading that way. In fact, what we should try and do is do likewise, so anyone who on here is down as medium or low. Okay, so Geneva would like out. So let's sue for peace with Geneva. So just going to give us 70 ducats, but that should mean that their army is no longer a part of the war. Luxembourg. Here? Will they make peace? They will not. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for their castle to fall, I think. It's like England's after the final bit of Ireland they don't rule. Scotland is suffering again, but they've retaken... Oh well. Right, I'll just try and keep an eye on what's going on. I suppose maybe if we can get a bunch of the smaller nations to make peace prematurely, it might make up for Bohemia making peace. Oh, some of the Austrian armies are heading west. Mind you, it might as well, there's not much of Bohemia left to fight. We've finally almost taken the city, so we can join in again. Brabant is on medium. Okay, so is this... no, it's Baden. Is Brabant up here somewhere? Apologies for my terrible lack of German geography. There we are. No, they wouldn't make peace. Had a feeling they wouldn't. We are technically losing after all. Because even if I could get there on time, I don't think my army's powerful enough to take them down, which is a problem. We should join in the attack on Brabant. Okay, well, I mean, I would love to get down in time to help these guys, but I don't think I'm going to. Bohemia's made peace, kind of expected that. See if we can take Austria down. I was kind of hoping Castile might help rather than just sitting on a castle. But never mind, it looks like we're okay. Okay, so who should we be going after next? Augsburg is a bit fed up, wherever they are. Is Mulhouse in the wall? No, Munich is, but they're miles away, obviously. Ingolstadt could go after Luxembourg. Baden. Maybe we should stay close to Castile, because then there's less chance of the army being taken down. We just help them in Baden. We're on the positive now, at least. That's something. That'll be because Bohemia made peace, of course. Oh, that's Augsburg, I see. Augsburg. That's why they're fed up. Makes sense. Cool, made peace with them. Doesn't mean that the armies may be coming for us next, but it has reduced the power of their side, so overall we should have a better chance of defeating them. See if there's any way we can get this army. At least they're all heading for us now. Oh, good grief, they really are heading for us. Okay, this might be more than I can handle, but too late now. Thanks, Castile, just walk the other way, why don't we? Yep, I'm happy to have peace with Baden, believe me. I have to have peace with anyone at the moment. I'll even make peace with Picardy if I can. I doubt they'll accept it though. No, I didn't think so. And the AI is sensible enough to know when it's doing well. That's quite an army. Please run further away. You know that's not far enough. I'd really rather not lose an entire army again. Okay, well, wonderful. This has gone very badly. White piece, okay. So what I went for there, I went for it rather quickly because I wanted to do it, was there's an option for a white piece where no one gains or loses anything. So the whole war was a massive waste of time, it cost us a load of money, but we just couldn't do it. We're just going to have to accept that the nobles are going to be upset, but we just do not have the power to take on Austria and their allies right now. That's just the way it is. We'll just have to come back. When we are far more powerful than them. Okay, brilliant. Right, probably wasn't a good idea really. We had 0 manpower, it was too soon after the last war. We were really asking to have problems. I was really hoping our allies might be enough, but yeah, Austria, Hungary, Brandenburg, probably a bit too much to take on. Never mind. I am not going to worry about it. So we're probably going to focus on peace for a while. So once that agenda has failed, we will... Has it already failed? Maybe I didn't notice it. It has already failed. Right, let's get another one. Right, so the clergy want stability. So they want a stability of at least 3. That's going to cost us a lot of admin power. Proposal of the nobility. Interesting. Not very keen on that one. It's potentially a little complex and not something I want to go into. And the bourgeoisie are worried about our debts. Number of loans less than 1. I mean, that's great, but is it possible? Plus, all we're getting out of it is loyalty. Whereas at least we get prestige out of the stability. I think we should go with the clergy. Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool. That'll be handy. Military access is fine. Right, so what will it cost us to boost our stability to 3? Quite a lot. It's not ideal. But on the plus side, having extra stability will be useful in itself. So... and the boost to prestige will be handy, seeing as we weren't able to do it through war. Okay, so if we have an uprising in Kent, we're going to need way more transport ships. Way more. How many are we allowed? Way more than we have. Okay, so let us... probably can't afford to build them at the moment though. On the plus side, we're quite close to having positive money again. If I mothball the forts, in fact, we will have positive money. On the minus side, the reason we've got positive money is because our army is absolutely decimated. So yeah, may not stay positive. But for now at least, we'll make the most of it. Okay, right, so I suppose on that not particularly successful note, might actually end things there. So yeah, I think this is possibly played France, but at least hopefully it gives an idea of how to act when things go wrong. So hastily get a white peace if you can. Is always a good option. Independence for England, there we go. It's only 8,000 separatists, so I'm going to move one of our armies over to England immediately. I have no intention of losing Kent. Slightly interestingly, I probably haven't had cause to mention this before, even though our army is less than 10,000 men, which would normally be able to ride on these ships without any problems, because their nominal size is much bigger, they actually can't all fit on the ships. It's a bit weird. But still, it should only take maybe 3 trips to get them all over. So you see some have been left behind again. I didn't really comment on what I was doing, I think, when I did these. I was literally just click on the army, attach to transport, click on the ships, move the ship to the province you want to go to. I don't think this will stop the rebellion. The reason I often don't move troops into the province that's going to rebel is that it can slow the rebellion down. But I think on this occasion, they'll be too keen to rise up for it to be stopped by having the army there. I'm also hoping the army will be big enough to put the uprising down by the time it happens. But in any case, I don't really want to be having to land an army over there once the uprising's going. So even if we just slow it down, I can cope with that. For now, Navarrese separatists are coming at some point as well, so it might be worth moving next to Labor. Possibly also unmothballing their fort. So on Labor itself, I believe it must be this one? Yeah, that's fully maintained, no longer mothballed. Okay, you can see that it's now grey, it's not red. So that's just the one fort. Normally I do them all at once, but on this occasion it's a lot cheaper just to do the fort that's likely to have the rebellion. Just kind of makes sense. Might be worth mentioning this, handle them. You don't have a lot of options, as a rule. Boost stability is actually a good option, potentially. Change culture in Kent, that was kind of the thing that the nobility wanted us to do somewhere else. It is an option, but it's not one I'm a huge fan of as a rule, and in any case we can't do it here, so it's useless. Harsh treatment, all that does is reduces the progress by 30%, but it carries on going up, so it's pointless unless you really want to delay it for some reason, like you're in a war, and accept demands just isn't an option. Not for this. We just lose Kent. We went to a lot of trouble to get Kent. We are never letting go of Kent. That's just not happening. You might as well try and get Hengist and Horsa to let go of it. Never gonna happen. Okay, so you see the English separatism has gone up to 90, regardless of having an army already present. So yeah, I don't think we need to worry. We need to boost. We need 190. Okay, we could actually spin on a bit, although I'm actually thinking of bringing things to an end anyway. Slightly annoyed that that army's recovering and not this one, because I need this one first. Ooh! Protestantism entrenched. Slightly odd that that's come from Castile. Oh, I see. So the Reformation's long since already started. And the demand for fish has just gone down. Fair enough, yeah. Might be worth us taking a look at the Reformation next time, but let's leave it there for now. Having been pretty much beaten off by the Holy Roman Emperor. Slightly embarrassing as France, but we will come back. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.